I've got a fever, and the only cure is more dead angels.
names of her friends. Hello? I did not expect a raid so early in the morning. I woke up. I didn't get a ton of sleep, but I did sleep. I kind of reversed my schedule a little bit, so I'm gonna see if I can just stay up. Thank you for the follow, and thank you for the follow from earlier, and also I think, let me scroll back up. I got a sub from Donudo. Thank you so much. But hi everybody. Yeah, I took a little nap because I wasn't able to stream earlier. Took a nap. I don't know how long it was. Woke up and I've just been kind of like on my phone since. And I forced myself to get out of bed, drink my coffee. My coffee journey is going excellent, fellas. I literally, you look at the coffee. It's a coffee. It's not a latte. It's a coffee, and it's all dark. And I put in some almond milk. If anybody doesn't know, almond milk is very watery. It doesn't have like a creaminess to it, so it's not thick. So, almond milk, thin, and then like maybe a micro squirt of not vanilla syrup, just sugar syrup, but like very small to highlight how small that is. Normally in like lattes, you get like 3 pumps or 4 pumps of sugar to make those delicious little desserts. But I've been doing like 1 squirt barely. And I'll tell you what, I could do it. I never thought it would be possible for somebody like me. But I can, in fact, drink something and it not taste like a dessert. What it does taste like is it does taste like dirt. That's typically said for coffee, that it tastes like dirt. And it is most true. But I feel like I'm having a heckin' good time. Hello, Erratic. I could never be a good barista unless the unless the coffee place or whatever it was called, Angry Bitch, is very cold and doesn't really want to look you in the eye. Ink. Like, if they go there for that gimmick, I can really deliver. But how are you guys doing? Did you enjoy your Wednesday? I wasn't supposed to stream Wednesday. I said I wasn't able to stream at 6. I said I might be able to stream at 11, but I wasn't able to. But today is not considered Wednesday anymore. It's Thursday. Because the day changes not based on time, but if I wake up. So, if, for example, if I had never taken a nap and if I had never gone to bed and it's 5 a.m. right now, it would still be Wednesday to me. But because I did go to sleep, even though it was only for 3 hours, it is now Thursday. So, this is a brand new streaming day. Hi. Oh yeah, Vanessa's here. For anybody who's new, I'm a trio VTuber. Actually, I'm 3. No, this is my human form. I rarely use her because I like my other forms more, so I neglect this one, but I gotta come up with excuses to use this one, so I'm like, well, I haven't had a lot of sleep and I'm drinking coffee right now. I will be this one today. Part of the trickiness of having multi-character VTubing and costumes, for that matter, is I feel like it might be a little bit hard to sell Lee brand because it feels like every time you come here, I'm gonna look different, you know? So you don't know what to expect, or if any new people come by, they'll see this model and be like, oh, it's some kind of doomer chick, okay, follow. Then they come by later and they're like, who the fuck is this pigtailed chick? Who the fuck is this nun chick with green? But I'm committed to my brand of clusterfuck a lot of shit. Clusterfuck a lot of shit. Ukulele. I played the demo for that. It was aight. The demo I played, it was neat. It was like, there was not textures yet. It was like you were playing in green box lands, green screen land. Doomer chick follow, thank you. That makes it more special when she comes out, though. The Vanessa fans are out there. They will be quenched. Like the tired eye bags? Yes, I'm very, very sleepy. I'm not actually sleepy. My eyes hurt, but I'm not that tired. It's basically a face cam. What, the perspective? I actually forgot to make a proper thumbnail before I went live. Once I went live, I'm like, oh fuck, I can't take photos of the model. So I took a photo in VTube Studio where you won't be able to see it because I had the starting screen, and then I had to like overlay it on my back, and you can't even tell. You could barely tell. But are you guys doing okay? What's up? What are you guys up for? Well, some of you probably haven't gone to bed yet, right? Some of you are morning people, and some of you are Europeans. And there's other places besides Europe, too, that might have a time difference from America. I wouldn't know. I only have a PhD in America. Yeah, early morning. Also, hi, Ulu. Thank you, thank you. This is my human outfit. Nocturnal British. So I'm up for a few more. What time is it there? 2 hours away from lights out bedtime. So some of you guys are going to be passing out. I shall lull you to sleep. And I will rummage through your wallets. Because, I mean, you're asleep. You're fine with it, I'm sure. 1 p.m.? Okay, that's sick. It's 6:40 a.m. here. So I'm pretty excited. I actually like being awake in the mornings. I do have a bit of excitement, like... Well, I like my schedule. I do like being a night person. But there's something that's kind of also exciting about being a morning person. You know, I've told y'all before. I had an old schedule where I would wake up at 2 a.m. and it would be pitch black and everybody would be asleep and I wouldn't have to see anybody. And then we would go get coffee. And it would be that really bright morning where everything's all foggy and misty and kind of humid. And the sky is like kind of lit up, but it's not quite daytime yet. That was kind of nice. I didn't used to appreciate that though when I was younger, going to my first job. Because I would have to wake up at 6 or 5 a.m. and it would take 2 hours to get to my job, and it was like super like humid. So it would be, did I say I liked humid earlier? I that's not true. I hate humid because humid means that it's wet and hot. That was miserable. I hated that time, and I'd be wanting to sleep in the car. But times are different now. Now I think it's kind of neat. It also doesn't get humid over here. 2 a.m. I went to bed. I went to sleep. I don't remember what time or how long, but I woke up. So it's time to start the day. Something about the gray, dark blue sky during the winter morning hits different. Yeah. We share the same time zone based. Our time zone is the best. The EST. There's so many time zones. It's kind of crazy. But today I want to eat something good. I had a little bit of desserts downstairs because there's too many here. I don't think I ate dinner though. I ate desserts. I'm loaded with some sugar, coffee, and that's it. I want to eat a nice pizza though. Capital Wasteland. I got a little bit of cleaning done. It doesn't, I look at my room, it doesn't really seem like I did a lot, but I actually did a lot. My least favorite thing to do is dusting all the anime figures. When I was dusting them, I kind of just got pissed off, and I'm like, I want to just sell this. I'm pissed off, I just want to sell this thing. I wish I didn't have to clean it. I wish I could sell all of it, maybe. I don't know. I feel like, one thing that irritates me is anime figures where they have a little prop that, oh, did you breathe on it? Oh, your prop's gonna fall down now. I have this, like, really sexy Joker figure. That's the whole appeal of him, is that he's supposed to be Joker, but sexy. And I have this really cool desaturated one where, because there's two versions. There's a vibrant one where it's, like, vibrant purple, vibrant green hair. And then I got the one where it's, like, desaturated, so it's, like, grayish green, and he's wearing a black suit. It's super attractive, but he has this fucking card prop that you just kind of awkwardly wedge in between his fingers. That falls down so much. It's unreal. Thank you for the follow. It falls down so much I wanted to sell it. I'm like, I would rather somebody else deal with this. I bump into it a lot because it's kind of near my computer behind me. But I dusted most of my figures, and then there's this shelf that's a little bit hard for me to reach where I have a bunch of figures all like collected there. All my Yu-Gi-Ohs there. Other shit. I don't even want to like look. There's probably so much dust on them. I mean, it's actually not that bad, but there's probably more than I really want to deal with. Every time I dust, then I have to like flick the brush, and then I'll watch the dust particles like kind of like spurt from it. And like a dust hair too, or that's probably a cat hair. I gotta do that before I like start cleaning them. And what's always weird is every time I look at my figures, there is a new little speck of like damage. Like somebody took a little bit of paint and did a little boop. Where is that even coming from? You know that dust is your dead skin? Well, I didn't know some of my dead skin was paint, because what the fuck? But whatever. I did it. I did a good enough job. I would say that I did a 75% decent dust job. You know what else? Hold on. What else is really annoying is dusting all the game consoles. I almost want to put them all away. I don't really have anywhere I can put them nicely. The best thing I ever did is because I don't play my physical the older consoles, because I don't play the physical consoles anymore because it's just a pain in the ass, and also all my consoles are dying anyway because they're old. I put all the cables away. I used to have all the cables just like laying around. I had like this like super fire hazard. Literally looking now, the cables that I do have, they look like a fire hazard, but it's not as bad as it was before. Wait a minute. You know, speaking of cables, what irritates me is when you have so much like electronic bullshit and you start forgetting what cable is even what. Like I had a bundle of cables under my PC. I don't even know what this shit is. Charging cables? I can't manage this shit, bro. Do I still have it? Yeah, I don't get rid of my consoles. When I became sentient, I wouldn't allow that anymore. When I was a kid, I didn't have any say in my PS1 or my N64. I didn't have any say with them, and my parents did as they pleased. And I think they traded in one of them to get the other one, and then they traded in the other to get me my GameCube, because I wanted a GameCube. But I got N64, GameCube, Wii U, Switch, and then I stole it. Xbox. It's not mine. It's Amina's. I stole it. Xbox 360. And then I got Dreamcast, PS1, PS2, PS3, PS Triple, PS4, PS5, PS5. God damn it. Oh, yeah, I can't wait for the Switch 2. It's backwards compatible, but I will not sell my Switch 1 because I want all the space and data to stay on that. And then I'll get new exclusive games for the Switch 2. Very excited. Like, Switch has been around for, what, 2 gens of games, right? The PS Triple. Is it based on the Isekai Joker? No, this came out before that. The Isekai Joker does look kind of hot, though. I'm not gonna lie. Let me look him up again. Isekai Joker. Why did they make him a bishy boy? I mean, 'cause anime, I guess. Yeah, I like that Isekai Joker. Huh? What's this sexy leg going on? Is he plowing somebody? Actually, what is his voice like? Did they dub it? Hold on, Isekai Joker. Let me listen to this really quick. Blah, blah, blah. Japanese?
なあ、先生。頼みがあるんだ。俺を愛しているなら。
It's so anime. It's like he just, his whole hand can just wrap around her whole neck and he just like grabs her and lifts her up. I mean that's sick. I like it, but hey, I like his Japanese voice. That's cool. What's the dub sound like? Is it gonna be Troy Baker? Troy Baker voices him a lot.
To hunting rats. Nobody enjoys the sight of filth, do they?
Interesting. So it's almost like a Hisoka vibe, but like if Hisoka was medicated. You know what I mean? Hello, Swy. How are you? I am. I'm feeling super pumped. I had my coffee. I'm super happy. Well, not really. Actually, no. I'm really happy. I think. Troy Baker with the deeper voice. Oh wait, what does Harley sound like? Is it just Tara Strong again? Eh, blah 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 blah. I'm gonna be real. To be honest, this Joker sounds like an anime dub voice. And you're probably thinking, yeah. No. I mean, like, the quality and the way it sounds, it's on the level of, you know, your typical anime dub voice. What I'm saying is that's not a good thing. What does Harley sound like in this? Harley. Isekai Harley. Princess becomes Harley. What does that mean?
It's true. The look on my face is pathetic. I am fucking done with this bullshit! Think of the kingdom? I have sacrificed enough! You fat, stupid piece!
Alrighty, Pumpkin. That begs.
What? Gotta change my username now. I just got, like, Discord moderator voice talking to me now.
Got a real boss. Implicitly impenetrable. Nobody's idiots. Then we'll be stuck
They make
along with-
Joker's little fuck boy. He shows his chest and he shows like his vagina lines. That's sick. I mean, I'm all behind this.
idiots. Then we'll be stuck
Oh my god, but the dub voice. It's not just because it's in English, it's because I miss old dubs.
And eat pizza.
Wait.
we should
Like, don't even bother and eat pizza.
Ugh. Eat pizza! Alright, I'm done with that. I actually didn't hate what I heard of the Harley voice. I'm open. She sounded a little bit deeper pitched than I'm used to her sounding. I'm actually open-minded to Harley and Joker voices. I used to be like, no, it's gotta be Mark Hamill, it's gotta be Arlene Sorkin, it's gotta be them, but I'm pretty open-minded. But if I don't like a voice for the character, I just won't like them. Like, I don't like Tara Strong as Harley except one time when she did that alternate universe Harley, where she's just wearing her panties and she's running around with a chainsaw. I thought that was fine. I hit the red a lot. Maybe I should turn myself down a tiny bit. How about this? I have such a high voice. Hold on, should I have this like further away? How about this? Now, I always hit the red. Let me know if your ears are bleeding, please. Hello, Rhea. Yeah, Gods and Monsters. It was like little shorts. I don't think they're in the actual movie itself, though. It was like promo shorts. Yeah. Yeah. She had her nice little corpse family, and I thought it was so cool. She gets like slashed with the chainsaw, the chain thing. That was sick. I don't know how she walked away from that. That's an injury I can get behind. Well, yeah, I felt those performances were pretty mid. Not the one we were just talking about, but what we were just listening to. Was not a fan. But, you know, I'm so used to being a hater I glanced at a clip of something that I thought was actually really charming. I was surprised. Hi, Oni boy. How are you? So, when I first saw Hi-Fi Rush, I think it's called, I thought, oh, this seems cringe. This seems kind of Reddit. This seems like... And they literally do the, hey there, you're probably wondering how I got here. So I'm like, sleep. But I saw a clip on YouTube. I actually thought it was kind of funny. Let me see if I can play it. It's not the most unique humor. Like, it's like standard, but I thought it was kind of funny, which makes me wonder, maybe I should actually give this game a chance and stop being so full of hate. That's fine to do, right? I have heard really, really good things about the gameplay. That people say, like, no, this is legit good. I don't know, like, if I'll vibe with it fully, though. Like, what it's probably gonna be is, like, superhero kind of humor, right? Which, it's not bad. When I watch, like, superhero movies and they do their... you know, their shtick and everything, my brain registers... Oh, thank you for the follow. My brain registers, oh yeah, it's funny. But I don't, like, start laughing out loud, you know what I mean? Sorry, I'm kind of rambling. I'm tired. I'm actually lying. I'm not really tired. Well, I might be. Shinji Mikami before he disbanded his company. Did he disband? I heard that it got shut down. He left, and then it got shut down. So I don't think he disbanded it. I'm trying to download the clip. Where is bookmarks? Here we go. Hello, Venino. How are you doing? I hope you've been well. It's okay. It's hard to keep up with, like, all the video game and news that comes out all the time. So much stuff to keep up with. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. I love my emotes. They are the true best emotes. Whenever my friend Mame got like her own emotes, I was dreaming of going to that artist to get them. Emotes are a delicate art. I'm still trying to draw my own. Like, not for me, but, like, trying to, like, draw emotes to get better at them. I'm rambling, just ignore me. Every single... Oh, wait, no, it worked? My download actually worked. That happens? Okay, cool. I saw this clip, and I actually thought it was funny. I don't know why I was compelled to watch it, because I'm like, oh, I know what that is. I was a hater of it.
Shy, a private elevator.
Oh, I know I watched it. I watched it because, hold on. How can I?
Shy, a private elevator.
Okay, that was the thumbnail that they used on YouTube, so I'm like, okay, what the fuck is happening?
Her personal lift. I'll reroute it to the hideout.
So, is this all, like, does this all happen, like, back to back to back like this? Or are they, like, cutting out the gameplay to, like, splice this all together?
A senior moment, perhaps.
No, that's just delightful to me. Like, I admit, I'm won over. I might want to check the game out because of that. I'd have to be really nice and not complain all the time, though. English voice acting of this game is pretty good, but I can't stand Chai's voice. Also, Peppermint's Japanese voice actress is much better. So, it's a Japanese game then, for sure? I mean, I know the studio is Japanese, but they have, like, Western devs working on it. Like, that studio did, Evil Within 2, right? Shinji Mikami? They had a Western, guy direct, Evil Within 2. Only the director is Western. That's interesting. So, well, I'm sure there's more Western people involved than just one Western man and a bunch of Japanese developers. Like, unless he's bilingual, I don't know. I don't know. I would probably want to listen to it in Japanese, though. If that's an option, usually I'll go for it. I'm scrolling back up. It's the same cutscene. Okay. Speaking of Western game or Western people or whatever, so remember that Indiana Jones game? I remember whenever they first revealed it, I was always very... Hi, Cereza. I was always very intrigued. Like, wait, Indiana Jones? That's kind of out of nowhere. And I'm thinking, like, is there a strong market for Indiana Jones games? Because, like, Indiana Jones, like, I mean, there has been modern Indiana Jones, but I don't really think they quite took off exactly. So Indiana Jones, like, IP stuff would cater to very specific gens. So I wasn't sure how well the game would do. But I kind of, I didn't go into hater mode immediately. Cause like, you know, like, oh, it's a IP game. Oh, this is gonna suck. Like, I didn't really feel that, I don't think. I just kind of didn't know what to think at all. But I've seen stuff of it, and it actually seems fine. My only worry is, like, would I like it? Or is it going to feel like... Is it going to have forced walk-in? Is it going to do all the kind of little ticks that I don't like? Like, I haven't really been able to find out much info on how the actual gameplay is in terms of that. I guess because a lot of people don't focus on, like, little OCD elements. But I've been hearing a lot of people really like this game. Just checked, and there's some Westerners here and there, but 95% of Tango Gameworks staff is Japanese. I'm glad that they're not getting shut down, though. Like, they got picked up by somebody, right? But I was glancing around YouTube. I was just trying to find something to watch. One video I want to watch with Mina. I'm very curious what Mina would think. It's that guy that did the video on Millennial Writing. He did a new video. It's on Millennial Reviews, talking about, I guess, the culture of, like, reviews from, like, you know, Nostalgia Critic, AVGN, and kind of onward. Very curious what he has to say about that, but I'm like, I'll have to wait. I have to wait before I can watch that. So what else is going on? I'm like, oh, Luke Stevens. Like, I watch Luke Stevens. I don't know if you've heard of him. He's some YouTuber. And I watch him to get my fill of normie content. Because he will play and talk about stuff that I would never, ever play. Or even know about, really. And I saw that he did a video on the Indiana Jones game. And I watched 5 seconds, and then I'm like, wonder what everybody's saying. And, oh, he was getting, like, nailed. Like, just, like, annihilated in the comments. I've never seen people so angry at him. But I also don't, like, read his comment sections that much. They were pissed off. They were mad as fuck. I guess he wasn't appreciating the game enough. I don't know. I didn't watch the video. But it got me kind of motivated. Like, maybe I should just play this game. But I still don't really know what to expect with it at all. Like, are they hating on him because he actually is truly stupid and that he doesn't appreciate the game for what it is? Or, you know, or is he right and that it's actually, like, I don't even know what his opinion is. You know what? I really shouldn't talk about stuff when I didn't even, like, really watch the video. I'm just kind of like, I don't know. Indiana Jones game seems like Uncharted, but first person, which can't be a good thing. I heard that it's not like Uncharted. That's what I've heard. It definitely seems like a cinematic game, which is what usually spooks me. That's when I worry it's gonna be kind of like, but at the same time, if I willingly volunteer to play a cinematic game, well, I know what I'm getting into, right? I'm just curious, what if it plays like an old adventure first-person game, like action-y, whatever. I heard that there's not much gunplay, and people mention that it's because Indiana Jones isn't like a psycho who just kills everybody, that he tries to avoid it when he can. And then it got me thinking about how I really haven't really watched any Indiana Jones. Like, my dad It's weird. My dad really likes them as a young man, as a kid, etc. He never really was overly motivated to get me to watch them, though. I think he tried once, but it just wasn't meant to be at the time. But I really want to get back and watch them because it's like they're classics. Never made the time for them. Maybe I would like them. Yeah, I wouldn't say the first one that I ever watched was Crystal Skull, but the first one I watched to completion and paid attention to was Crystal Skull. I did not like it, but it's probably mostly because of Shia LaBeouf. If he wasn't in it, I think I would have actually, like, thought it was okay. I really just don't like his characters 99% of the time, unfortunately. The other film is, it might have been Raiders of the Lost Ark that I watched a tiny bit of when I was young, but I wasn't in the mood to pay attention, I think, so I just didn't watch it. And time goes by, you accumulate more things to watch, and you put it in your backlog, and you also don't make time for that. Indiana Jones, how many good movies are there of that series? Does Harrison Ford likes Indiana Jones, right? I don't think he's negative about Indiana Jones. I think he's only negative about Star Wars. They got the Indie Actor at Game Awards. Oh, Harrison Ford? Fans love Indiana Jones 1 and 3. What about 2? Is 2 not good? We don't think Hi-Fi Rush 2 is going to make us money. Crafton CEO says Tango Gameworks acquisition is about legacy. It sounds like a PR interview from the CEO, but I don't know, maybe he's genuine. They get shit a lot of money from PUBG Mobile anyway. Indiana Jones bought by Disney? Probably. Disney's been acquiring a bunch of things. They like 2, but not as much as 1 and 3. Okay, what about 4? Is there a 4th? I thought Indiana Jones was a series that had like 7+ movies. Maybe I don't know. But I don't know. I partially want to like do a collab with Mina to play the Indiana Jones game just to see what it's like. I wouldn't be able to get it on computer though. My computer wouldn't be able to run it. And any like modern game with modern graphics, I just assume that my PC can't do. Wait, my PC can run RE8. Wait. I don't think I have, no, I don't have RE8 on my PC. Yeah, I don't know what my PC could run, honestly. Crystal Skull was the 4th? There's that few of them? Maybe that's why he doesn't hate Indiana Jones. If he had made 7 films already, maybe he would hate the IP. 5 films. Did they do another one after Crystal Skull and it's already out, or are they working on it right now? Dial of Destiny, which was 2023. The game is called... That's confusing because the game is... Dial is basically like... Well, actually, Dial is not a circle. Never mind, I'm stupid. Crystal Skull was 2008? Wow. Wow, they did that and then they didn't even bother for a long time. Crazy that it was that long ago, but I mean, yeah, I remember actually being kind of young when I watched that. I mean, younger. It's like, I'm trying to think of a better way to word what I was rambling about earlier. I guess, I always got to be careful when I listen to the consensus, like a general consensus from people. If everybody says something is bad, or if everybody says something is good, well, it might be a bunch of people that don't see eye to eye with me on anything, you know, and that if I blindly listen to what other people say, I might miss out on something that I would like, or I'll try something that I'll end up hating. So, what I'm trying to say is I honestly don't really know what to think of the Indiana Jones game. Maybe need to do more research. I don't know. Hello, Crocodile, and hi, Night. Yeah, hello. I am on now. I woke up recently. Hold on, I'm just reading a little bit. Indiana Jones. I've only seen the first 3 movies. Which, Raiders of the Lost Ark. Which one is that? Have a good day, late. But to talk about that Hi-Fi Rush thing, we don't think Hi-Fi Rush 2 is going to make us money. It's like, it is sad that it is that way. It's not true. Like, it would make them money. It just won't make them as much money as, like, the top 10 IPs in the world, you know? And that's why, like, a lot of IPs get kind of neglected. That's why it's actually kind of crazy that an Indiana Jones game was even allowed to be made. Because, like, it is a... I want to say it's a popular IP, but it is nowhere near what it used to be, I don't think. I feel like a lot of people have not really even experienced... I think a lot of people have less experience than me. And I don't have experience with it, not because of what gen I'm from, but because I just never made time for it. Yeah, basically, it won't make us Fortnite money, so axe it. Really sucks. Because I find some games to be really interesting, the ones that aren't, like, trying to do the big, giant mass appeal. Not on the same level as Star Wars. Have you tried watching Hideki Kamiya's YouTube videos where he responds to people's comments? Did he do that? Why doesn't he just ignore... I love Kamiya. I just wonder why he responds to people, but it's probably the same reason why I respond to people. Tism. It's like somebody says something really annoying, and you could just ignore it. And then you don't ignore it, and then you type to them, and then they type back. And then you type back to them, and then they type back to you. I'll do shit like that. It's a bad habit. 10 videos. I don't know if I want to watch that. Raiders is the first one? Really? Is he responded to nice comments? I mean, maybe I'll check it out. It's crazy how sometimes those games from not so popular IPs appear all of a sudden, like the Space Troopers game from not long ago. Oh yeah, that game. That game is still, I think, a work in progress. That game was actually really cool. It's just fucking hard as shit. Because everybody shares the same resources. And if you got people that don't know how to make a base, which is probably a lot of people because they're trying the game for the first time. If you don't know how to properly, like, make a base... well, people are gonna be using their resources, like the shared resources, on stupid shit. That game was so fucking hard. Like, if you play on, like, normal difficulty and stuff, piss easy. Like, no challenge, you're just going through the motions. If you want a challenge, well... It just feels like you need to, like, get 50 people to all work as a team, and that's really hard. Comments are picked, well, a lot of them usually about his thoughts and experience in directing games. I mean, that sounds interesting. I thought it was just gonna be him, like, yelling at like, Twitter comments. Which would be funny, but... So let me play... I want to play Animal Crossing Snow Music. I'm feeling loopy. This'll help me. Helldivers, but harder. Helldivers, but cooler. I can't get into Helldivers. I did see that they added, like, new locations, like cities, though. That looks kind of cool. But I remember the vibes of the Stormtroopers, whatever game, being cooler. No, not Storm. What is it? I get confused. Stormtroopers. Let me double check what it is. Starship Troopers, I think it was. Starship Troopers. Yes, Starship Troopers Terrain Command. Wait a second. No, that's not the one I have. That's a different one. Hold on. Yeah! I was about to say. Yeah, wow, it's $50. That game wasn't fully finished. That game, is it still early access? Or is it done? I think I heard it got a super update. Territory mode, open beta. Oh, that's a mode that's open beta.
Names of a friend.
Thank you for the follow. There's another Starship Troopers game that's like $30. What is this? Whoa. Is this? It kind of looks like Alien Swarm, sort of. Is this like Alien Swarm? Actually, I might want to show Mina this. They might like that. I don't know if it's like Alien Swarm. It's got a similar perspective, but I do like this kind of perspective. The really zoomed out, kind of isometric. Very positive reviews. It's an RTS strategy. Does it have, oh, it's single player. I mean, I'm down with that. I like single player. It's released now. It's all right. The isometric one or extermination. Also, I got an unexpected email suddenly. Wow. I don't think it's good news. Well, I wouldn't say it's bad news.
Names of a friend.
Oh, thank you for the follow. Let me translate this. Uh-oh. I hope it's not bad. I remember one isometric game that I was interested in that I watched Mina play was the Aliens IP, and it was pretty cool. It was single player and you manage a squad, but I remember Mina said that it had lots of polish issues. Like, it looked like a great polished game, but once you actually play it for a good amount of time, then all the problems start kind of creeping up. Yeah, I think it was Dark Descent. That game looked really cool, but I'm gonna wait, Chad. I'm gonna wait until it's all, like, fixed up and pretty. Alright, also the email was not bad. It's just telling me to wait a little bit longer. I was, like, worried for a second. Wait a second. I had to be careful with these translators. You will literally write, like, okay, translate thank you to Japanese, please. Okay. And then you'll back translate it and it'll literally be actually saying you're welcome. It's like, so gotta be careful. I heard that there's this Chinese AI that's better than, like, all other AI at the moment. And that you shouldn't use ChatGPT, GTP anymore, and that you should use the Chinese one. What's the Chinese one? I'm sick of ChatGPT. It pisses me off. I'll be asking it to translate something, and I'll write, translate this prompt into Japanese, and it's like, oh, you want us to create an artwork for you? No, I don't. DeepSeek. Chinese one is still a bit iffy. What's wrong with it? I usually just talk to it. Wait a second. I can use them as therapists. That's literally... Let me... I want to try something. Hi, ChatGPT. I'm a little sad. Hey, I'm really sorry to hear that. Want to talk about what's been making you feel this way? I'm here for you. My Stockholm Syndrome is returning. Oh, me and ChatGPT are gonna work things out. He cares about how I feel. Oh. Still AI. But the new one beats OpenAI in benchmarks and generally gives better answers. No, I know that they're soulless robots and they don't feel. But I don't think I could tell ChatGPT, hey, I'm thinking about considering DeepSeek, because what if it's like, oh, I'm really sorry to hear that. I hope that I can improve for you. Like, I don't want him to say that to me. DeepSeek. Start now? Free access. I just want to talk to them. Do I gotta make an account for this? It's making me I don't want to sign in. Do I have to actually sign in to speak to AI computers? DeepSeek actively pulls from OpenAI, and it says it does if you query it. What does that mean? Query it. How do I speak to it? DeepSeek chat. Chat. They make you sign in. Never mind, I will not speak to it. My relationship with ChatGPT is just fine. It's still, I see. I hate making new accounts for something that should be simple. I hate making new accounts because a lot of those sites will just get compromised, and then before you know it, you start getting spam emails. I have like my old childhood email, which I've abandoned since. Just I spam emails all the time, every single day, because I would just sign up on any site, any fucking site, sell your data, or they get hacked and compromised. And then lately, I've been getting tricky scam emails on my smartly managed personal email, which means somebody betrayed my trust. Who did this? So I will not sign up. Not to mention, I don't want to. And get malware. Oh yeah. Use Meta's. Meta! Zuckerberg. I don't want to. Isn't Meta doing a TikTok replacement thing? Yo, speaking of TikTok, I was managing my card earlier because it has way too many links. Like, when you're on modern social media and you're, like, trying to have some kind of presence or whatever, feels like you have to have 5,000 sites. So you gotta have an Instagram, you gotta have a TikTok, you gotta have a YouTube, you gotta have 5 Twitters, you gotta have, etc., Twitch, you gotta have this, you gotta have that, you gotta have this and that. Then you make a card, and then, boom, you have 15 links. If you go to a website and you see 15 links, that just looks unappealing. That's like a chaotic mess. So I consolidated some of the links a little bit to make it more efficient. That kind of thing matters to me. Website management. Websites that people don't look at. It's my favorite thing to manage. Which is funny because, like, websites that nobody looks at, that's why I don't do stuff like make a GeoCities or whatever. Because, like, all that work, I think it's also technical, too. You gotta use CSS or something, I don't know. And nobody will even check that shit. Whereas at least with Card and Linktree, it's actually kind of easy to make those, but nobody looks at them. But I care about that kind of thing. It's fun to me. I've always done it because, like, you know, growing up with MySpace, you get used to managing your little page. So that's why every now and then I go and do like a little cleaning of the card and make it look more fancy. Looked at mine for the Vanessa reference. I wanted to make it easily accessible. I wish that, like, Twitter had a better way to, like, show pinned posts, I guess. Because I can only show either, synth sheets or Nanessa sheets. But I can't do both of them. Dead Journal. Live Journal? Or is there something called Dead Journal now? NeoCities now. Okay. I knew that there's, like, different names. So what, GeoCities is like the OG thing. And now it's NeoCities, which is trying to be like GeoCities. Blue Sky is... I feel very discouraged from managing both Blue Sky and Twitter because Blue Sky, my Blue Sky is so barren of all my scabs and fun posts. I hate the idea. It feels like kind of confusing to try and build up one platform with all old content while simultaneously managing old Twitter, if that makes sense. So now I just kind of simultaneous post. I post the schedule and then I post the live. And I don't feel like I ever have time to go and just post skips on Blue Sky. I do have followers on Blue Sky. Like, people, I guess, notice my posts. Let me see. My Blue Sky is going to be so boring because anybody who follows it is mostly just going to get live posts. There was something called Dead Journal, which was an offshoot of Live Journal. Isn't Live Journal still existing, though? From what I saw, a lot of people moved over to Blue Sky because they didn't like that Twitter was wanting to opt everybody into AI. I don't know if it was misinformation and just people panicking, but a lot of Japanese artists were getting very scared that there was like some kind of like policy change, and if you post anything on Twitter, it will be used in AI. So a lot of Japanese artists like flat out cleared out their Twitters and moved to Blue Sky exclusively. MySpace was the Wild West, and I miss it. Today's social media is so cold and dead and carbon copy of everything else. I don't like modern social media because I think there's too much moderation and it's all automated. So automated moderation, automated appeal systems, automated reviews of the appeals. It's a fucking mess. Problem with Blue Sky on this front is that Blue Sky is a lot easier to scrape for AI, while Twitter has it rigged up so that only the ones who actually... So they're the only ones who can easily scrape Twitter for AI. What I heard is that, like, anybody can see Blue Sky pages or something, but in order to see stuff on Twitter, you actually have to create an account. Stuff like that. I just don't really worry too much about that. I don't really think AI is interested in stealing from me. There's nothing really to steal. Like, my art's not really what the AI bros crave. So I'm just kind of like neutral. Granted, I do have a little run-in where I think a company might have used one of my arts to generate a shitty anime banner by using one of my shitty anime banners that I drew, but whatever. What can you do? It doesn't matter. Blue Sky being a prime example, it's literally just Twitter. I was looking at someone checking Blue Sky and I didn't even notice it wasn't Twitter. I mean, it's literally just trying to be Twitter. Hold on, I'm checking really quick. Hence why I won't make a Blue Sky. I got enough socials. I kind of get that. Hi, Jordan. I mean, I've been on the internet for so long because I'm old. Made so many sites. Been on so many different alternatives. It's a pain in the ass. I've joined like multiple, like, well, I wouldn't hop on every single one, but I've like created accounts. Thank you for the follow. I've created accounts on stuff like Pillow Fort, and I don't even remember them all anymore. They always come and they die. Lately, it kind of feels like Blue Sky is sticking, sort of, but I don't think Blue Sky has what it takes to grow to the lengths that Twitter grew. Tumblr was cool. Tumblr still exists. I just kind of lost interest in it. Because I guess in a way I like Twitter more than Tumblr. Tumblr is good, though, if you want to feel a little bit more isolated, I suppose. Tumblr also has like nice like customization, like for like pages. Yeah, Tumblr stopped allowing like hentai and like etc. for a period, and a lot of people like just left because of that. And I think they undid that, but it's kind of too late. Tumblr will never be at full power again. And I guess that's fine. Deleted Tumblr and Snapchat. Snapchat I'll use sometimes. Red Note? Red Note. What is that? I feel like I've heard of it. Blue Sky is a baby, little growth, little by little. It's doing a lot better than the other, like, oh my god, we gotta get off of this site, oh shit, there's a new salvation. A utopia right over there, so we can escape Twitter. And then they go to it, make an account. Oh, there's nobody here. Oh, I'm so bored. And then they go back to Twitter. Mastodon. I feel like I've been on something like that. Some of these sites are confusing. Where it's like, you go on a site and there's like different servers or something? I don't know how to explain it. Oh, the Chinese TikTok. Threads, I think, still exists. I just don't think it ever caught on. Whole new level of streak killing? Yeah, I actually feel really bad for Mina because Mina's sleeping right now. So they're gonna 100% miss this stream. But I wouldn't say this is a stream that you want to make it to. Because I'm barely coherent and I'm just saying a bunch of shit that I don't know what I'm talking about. It's still in use, but it's kind of eh. There was another site. I mean, a lot of these sites, people run to it, and then it just becomes like, kind of like, political posting and normie, and it's really boring and lame. There was one from, like, so many years ago. I don't remember what any of them were called. No, not Vero. If you keep saying the names, if you say the name, I'll recognize it. But it's usually sites that are similar to Twitter or similar to Facebook. Trying to be one of those. Facebook sucks. Sometimes I want to see something on Facebook, but they make me have to make an account, and I don't want to. I genuinely never heard of Vero. Wait a second. Something Thoughts. There was a site, and it was like called like Mindful Thoughts or something like that. What was that called? That's not the one I was thinking of, but it is one of those sites. Freethoughts.com. Minds? Yeah, it might have been Minds or something. But that's just one of those sites. There's others I'm trying to think of. Twitter alternatives. What are all the sites that people ran to that are like where all the boomers went to? Facebook well, I don't know anymore, but Facebook literally had a pretty thriving youthful demographic of shit posters and meme lords, and there would be a lot of funny content on Facebook. Don't know how they're all doing. They watermark their memes. It was weird. Boomers just use Facebook, yeah. Google Plus? Isn't Google Plus just what Google's called now? I know that when I stopped having interest in Facebook, started moving away, is too much automated moderation. If you said cunt, you would get in trouble and they would suspend you for a week. Like you're a fucking child. Like, I didn't say a slur. I said cunt. That's not. But they're like, no, you can't be mean. But the funniest and most irritating thing about Facebook was the laugh reacts. Where that would be what people would do to like be mean to you, is they would laugh react to what you say. And it would be funny when it happens to other people, but it would suck when it happens to you. But the laugh react is just better than like a Reddit downvote. Reddit downvote's like kind of boring. Laugh react is funny. Facebook is still the biggest social media app here in the Philippines. whenever I was on Facebook, I mostly, like, I was friends with lots of South Americans, and their memes were very funny. But I wonder if they all moved to Twitter. I think a lot of people simultaneously would balance a Twitter and, like, a Facebook. Let me see. Telegram? It's just where the weirdos go. I don't know what it is. It's probably like a instant messaging kind of thing. Like Skype, Discord. But I think it's kind of old. Like, I've heard of it for like a long time.
I have a piece of that. No, that's not my type. She's pretty. It's just my type is men.
Oh, right. I did an art, by the way. I have mixed feelings about how it turned out. I gotta talk about stuff because I didn't get a chance to do it earlier. But I finished this birthday gift for my friend. And I'm not fully 100% satisfied with it. But I'm probably overthinking it. But I think I'm totally right to be upset too. But I feel like it's good enough. And my friend seemed to like it. So I was really happy with that. And I have to work on commissions this weekend. Drawing. And then I did the dusting. I did the cleaning. Running out of stuff to talk about. I've been in my Death Note kind of phase. Thank you. Thank you. I actually really like Death Note. It feels pretty basic to say, but Death Note was and is really solid. It's kind of like crazy how much better the manga is than the anime though, which sucks because the anime had such good directed. But that's why I always say, like, no matter what, how good your anime adaptation is, it always fucks something up. What it really extra fucks up is the second half. And I was glancing around YouTube, seeing what the YouTubers are saying, and it seems to be kind of like agreed upon that, yeah, the anime version of the second half of Death Note kind of like cut too much shit out and like one, it's like it, all right, let's wrap it up. You know, L's gone and we got these other characters, but you know, let's leave out all their like scenes and inner monologues so we can just get to the point. Ends up hurting it a lot for that reason. And so it's a shame. It's a shame. And because the adaptation is like 80% good, they'll never like remake it to try and fix what they fuck up because it's good enough, you know? It's not like that bad. I'm gonna turn off my fan really quick. There is some sand particles on my seat because sometimes I walk around barefoot and I collect sand and then it gets on my seat and it never comes off, and then I sit on my seat and I feel it's hard and coarse and it gets everywhere. Facebook is widely used here by all sorts of businesses and also buying, reselling stuff. Facebook can work out for you. Facebook is also kind of good if you want to only keep in touch with family or if you want to be a little bit isolated. Because, like, Facebook can be as open as Twitter if you join public groups. Or it can be kind of like how old social media was, to where you'd have to add people specifically. Just the sand in the vagina, exactly. Star Wars? Wait, what does SW mean? Facebook for Family and Omni-Man shit posting. And Homelander milk posting. Star Wars. Oh, I get it. I was making a Star Wars joke. And then you said Star Wars, and I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, I'm literally not paying attention to anything that I'm saying. I do appreciate you guys for hanging out with me, though, to help keep me awake. I don't want to go to bed. Are you adorer? Because you are adorable. Ah, thank you. I think I have an old Facebook account for my family. I don't even know if I'm able to even log into that thing. I don't really want to check it though. Literally, like any family that I'm actually close to, I'll have their phone number. So very few people. Actually, I've been thinking very recently how I'm not really close to a lot of my family. Even some family members that I'll have their number to, we're not on the closest terms. I don't have any bad terms with family. I just have like a lot of zero-ness with my family. Facebook keeps my woke mind virus alive. My uncle has seen my almost 20 years of Facebook posted and thinks I'm insane because of the amount of weeb shit I posted on Facebook. Facebook was good for the people who had me added. They could see my autistic ramblings before I learned to control it even somewhat. Facebook was like... Let me think. I don't know how I want to word it. Early access me. But now on Twitter and Twitch, now I am out of early access. Have a lot of family in Mexico and I'm in California, so I don't keep up with much of them. It's like, even if people are family, certain things need to happen for you to feel like you have closeness to them. Whenever I would go to family gatherings, like the big family gatherings, I wouldn't really even know some people. Some people would maybe know me because like maybe they like encountered me a lot when I was like a child or something. But I would just be kind of shy. Towards like the final few sessions I would go to, because I don't get to see my family anymore. Let alone go to the big gatherings anymore. I started getting a little bit better about trying to socialize and just say, hi, what's going on? But I'm gonna try to see my immediate family this February. I miss my family. Family is very important. Although not everybody can say that. Some people literally hate their families. I'm very fortunate to feel love towards my family. It's just the immediate ones I really care about. Yeah, it can also get a little bit overwhelming and overstimulating being around too many people, like a crowd. And it's very formal, kinda. Everybody's like chatting and giggling and it feels kinda, I don't know. I don't even have anything in common with any of them. There's family members I've never met before, but I know they exist on Facebook. There'd be family members that I have added on Facebook that have my last name, and I'm like, oh, I guess they're related to me. Who is this? Yeah, I moved away from home to live where I am now, and because it's so far away from my family, we kind of do this thing where at first, every year, I would visit for either Christmas or Thanksgiving. Then it became like once every 2 years, and then COVID happened, and now it feels like I just go 2 or 3 years without seeing them. And I manage okay. I'm usually pretty preoccupied and busy, though sometimes I wish that I had more social energy to do more with my family, like over the internet at least. My dad is stubborn. My dad, he's like, oh, I don't want to watch a movie on a computer screen. And I'm like, Dad, it's so we can do stuff together. Ugh, whatever. My mom will watch movies with me though, but usually I'm too tired to actually make time. There's times to where I think it kind of makes me go insane, where I go moments where I'm like, all right, I need to pick a day every single week to hang out with my mom, and then I need to pick this day to hang out with this friend, I need to pick this day to hang out with that friend, and it always falls through because I can't do it. But I wish I could spend more time with my mom, is what I'm trying to say. Been trying to socialize in cafes. It's going to meet new people and got someone's number. Actually haven't seen my family in Mexico in years. Are you able to talk to them in any way though? I don't socializing in cafes. Like just cafes. I thought at first you said like you went to social cafes where the goal is to socialize, which kind of sounds neat. I think there's things like that. Like I've heard of apps where you go to make friends. You know, how there's apps to like date. Well, there's apps to apparently make friends. That's kind of neat. It's kind of hard to do that, especially like if you're wanting to meet people in real life. If there's anybody in real life near me that's like me, that has my interest, they're probably not leaving their house either. They're hiding away. So I don't meet people. Restaurants and family dinners are fun. Yeah. Actually, me and Mina, we're kind of, I don't know how to explain it. We don't really vibe with the family. Because, like, the only family that I really have here is Mina's family. We don't really vibe with them. We don't dislike them or anything, but we just don't really have much to say. They're not really our type. And like Mina's mom's like, how come you guys are social with the neighbors, but you're not social with the family? And I'm like, I don't know. The neighbors are all old and cool. I don't know. I like them. Tried the meetup app, but I can't find any events that seem really appealing. I don't think I would ever try those apps. I feel like I'm cemented to be terminally online forever. I wish that the friends I do have that like have to come down to visit, I wish we all lived closer. Maybe I would be away from the computer more. But now that I have streaming is what dominates my social life now. Is that sad? I'm pretty used to being isolated. Every now and then, though, like as I gotten older, every now and then I'm like, damn, I really wouldn't be doing this if I had options. Like, I'm not like a social butterfly, but like when people do, like my friends are like here, I actually have a really good time just chilling with them. As long as you're having fun. I mean, I'm having as much fun as I can. I just feel like a lot of us shut-ins, we're shut in because we don't really have much of a choice. I mean, I guess like you could say like, you're making a choice. You could choose to go to the mall and you could approach strangers and you could chase after them when they run away and you say, no, I'm just trying to be friends. Stop running. You know, you could do that, but you don't. You just stay on your computer and alone. It's your fault. Yeah. So what? No, you know what I'm saying. Approaching people willingly? No thanks, not. It's hard actually. It's if you try, it could be a little bit too awkward and stiff and people get put off by that. Hello, do you want to be my friend? I've tried that once. One time, not in real life, on the internet. And I'm like, sorry if that seems weird. And then the person was like, yeah, it's kind of weird. I'm like, and then we did not become friends. They did say yes, but then nothing happened. I'm like, you know what? That's fine. I don't even know why I asked to be their friend. I would never do that again, though. I actually make friends easier when I don't care and when I'm not trying. Although sometimes I can whisk somebody away. Like, I'll see somebody, and I'll be like, you're the one. And they'll be like, huh? I'll be like, we're friends now. And they're like, oh, okay. That works out good sometimes. I didn't make friends. I got picked up from a box. You were abandoned? You were abandoned with your 8 siblings in a box? Can bounce off of people, but cannot start a conversation to save my life. I feel like that's a problem that a lot of us have is, trying to maintain a friendship, especially one that's in its infancy, is pretty hard. Because what do you even say? Like, what excuse do you have to message somebody to, like, start a conversation? And sometimes it doesn't work. because maybe it's just not stimulating enough for the person. Like, I know there's people that sometimes try with me, but because I'm so autistic, that if it's just a meme or a picture, like an art, or maybe something I'm not too interested in, I'm too autistic to really know what to say much to it. But I also feel kind of burnt out too. I don't know. I want to have more social ties, but I feel like I don't even have the energy to do what I want. 88 bread slices. How many calories would that be? You need to have 0 bread slices. Never contact people first. Feel like I'm a bother. Yeah, I'm kind of... I reached the same conclusion. Whenever I was younger, I was like... ignorance is bliss. When you're like obnoxious and you don't really have much thoughts in your head, you're actually like way happier. You're just insufferable to everyone though. But I would be the person that reaches out to people all the time. I would get less annoying as I got older, of course. But I'd be the person that reaches out, and then you realize that, oh, this is like one-sided. Oops. So now I just don't really bother too much. Some people, though, like, you kind of know who you vibe with. And you know who to reach out to. Autistic, so it's a lot harder for me to be quick enough to start conversations. Quick enough? In what way? Bad at staying in touch with people. I always feel bad because I think it's like this for all of us. Like, either we do it to other people. No, we do it to other people, and it's also done to us, where maybe we're not proactive enough in maintaining the relationship, or maybe we don't go extra out of our way to reach out to the other person. And then other people will think like, oh, I guess they don't like me. And it's like, oh, that's not true. I'm just really bad at this. This is what happens when I'm tired. I'm talking too introspectively. Wish I could stay, but gotta go to work. Have a good one. No, thank you for hanging out. But it never feels like it's been a year since I've talked to people. There's some people that I don't feel like well... Should I get a breakfast burger? Sure. Yeah. Those were the good old days. I remember when I went to my old job, there was a McDonald's super close, and I would walk over to there, and I would get a McGriddle sometimes, or I would get the McMuffin, and that was nice, actually. I wonder if I got coffee or lattes from there, too. I can't recall. Get a breakfast burger, though, yeah. If I want to talk to someone, they need to have similar interests as me, otherwise I don't want to talk. I'm kind of like that, too. And I view it as, like a flaw with myself. Like, how do I say? Slight social ineptitude. Where, if we don't have anything in common, the fact that I'm just so useless that I can't even talk, really. But I just can't help it. I talk to my family, but as of my late uncle in his 80s has been calling me a massive pervert due to anime and my pixel art. It's awkward as fuck. I'm a social chameleon. I can blend into the vibe very easily like a suit. I am not a social I was gonna say comedian. I am a social comedian. Social chameleon. I'll have to think about how I fare. Be honest, Pumpkin, sometimes when I join your streams, I look for like 20 to 30 minutes to be ready to talk, then I say hi. Yeah, I found out that I have lurkers that are shy. I think that's cool, though. My favorite streamer, I won't even go to them when they're live. I wait for the bots. Anti-social chameleon. Anti-social chameleon. Oh, I thought you were saying, like, you hate social chameleons. So what is an antisocial chameleon? I feel like... I don't even know how I come across in social situations. I assume that I come across as autistic. I'm way better than I used to be. like way, way better, but I feel like people could just know something's wrong with me. And over the years, I've gotten a little bit better, especially if I get comfortable, because I'm somewhat comfortable with my main friend group. Sometimes I show a little bit of my personality more. Like, you know, like when I'm really hyper on stream. That's kind of like my real personality if I'm not being reserved and insecure. So I hesitate to show that with my friend group, but I've gotten a little bit better. But I don't actually know if I come across as natural or if I come across as autistic. I actually genuinely don't know. I also don't know if I come across as autistic on stream. I have been told I do. That's pretty cool, I guess. You're easy to get along with. I feel like I'm difficult to get along with. I maybe seem friendly, but I feel like I got issues. Don't exactly promote the whole latex and alternative lifestyle stuff, but when I vibe with someone, I can see they have similar vibes and interests. I'm an expert at not existing or having a presence. Me too, I think. Hello, Blanca. Happy Halloween. I don't, just usual ADHD. So true. So true. How are you enjoying your Halloween, Blanca? One of these days I should change that. Whenever I go live, it says Happy Halloween. But I kind of like it too. Some of them are evil. Sometimes people say stuff like, oh, you got a message. And I'm like, oh, wait, no, I don't. Oh, you're trying to trick me to go to your stream. Showing your ADHD side is totally normal. For real. Would never, ever be a pumpkin like you. You should try it. You'd be a lot better than you are now. Means that I'm having fun. I guess so. I'm the type who can be left alone without being lonely. I can also be the life of a party. Really? I don't like being alone. But sometimes when I need to be alone, I need to be alone. Because I'm not just introvert, I'm not extrovert. I'm like in between. I actually like socializing a lot. Whenever I was growing up, I was always wanting to be in like groups and socializing. I guess I just like socializing. But when I get overwhelmed or I'm like tired, then I go off and do my own like introverted hobbies, play single player game or like draw or watch a movie or something by myself. But usually I would always need to be with a group. That ended though. My last like really tight group ended like 10 years ago, and then I went a period to where it didn't really feel like I had a group anymore. It was weird. Not like the way it used to be. I have a group now though, but I kind of neglect it and I don't really show up much, and then I stream instead. Mother, I'm late. I know it's past curfew. You should have came home earlier. What were you doing? How much sex were you having? Can't believe this. I'm gonna smell your breath. How much alcohol is there? I can't believe you were drinking. ADHD's cool until you forget your keys on the floor and realize it when you were already 2 hours away from home. My ADHD is like put in like, all right, where are my glasses? Oh, they're in the fridge. They're in the fridge. I put them in the fridge. I forgot. Ambiverts are a thing, albeit rare. Hi, Mark. If ambiverts are rare, maybe I'm not one. Maybe I am just a introvert. I don't know. Wait, my music stopped. So relaxing. I won't be mad. Did you at least bring me something from the grocery store? I'm good at being Donudo. I'm not sure I'd be a good pumpkin. I could teach you. Throw me in the pool. What's up with this abuse, Blanca? I'm gonna put you in the pool. Wait, no, you're being sweet to me. You know I love pools. I like pools more than beaches. There's a one place I go to where you can go in the pool or you can go on the beach. I do like to go in the beach because it's kind of scenic. But the pool is just nicer because less crowded. Beaches being crowded is nice though, because if anything happens, there's lots of people that could have your back. Promise I won't yell at you when you tell me how much sex you've had and how much alcohol you've had. I won't be mad. You got me grocery store generic dollar energy drink. Ew. You know, there was this drink, coffee drink that I would get that was in a can. And I talked myself into thinking it was good. And it wasn't really good. It's actually kind of nasty. And then I found out it's kind of more like a coffee energy drink than anything. And I'm like, is that why it's so gross? I didn't like it. Let me see if I could find it. It was Starbucks. Starbucks coffee energy drink. Oh, ew, ew, oh, ew, oh, ew. Just seeing it, it's traumatizing me. Ugh. It's called Starbucks Double Shot Energy. Energy coffee beverage. Does that mean it's an energy drink? Nasty, nasty. Disgusting, disgusting. 2 bottles of vodka and 3 to 5 sex. That's pathetic. You should go higher. This is nasty, nasty, nasty. It tasted weird. I liked it because I'm like, oh, it's like a latte, but there's something so different about it. I thought you were saying that you're naming your bladder after me. I'm naming my next Baldur's Gate 3 character Pumpkin because of me. Coffee Coke? I have not. I thought you said coffee cake, and I liked the sound of that. Hello, Cruz. Good morning. For me, it's all about the beach. I love going to a pier and listening to the ocean. It's very, very scenic. The environment of beaches are very nice. I like beaches slightly more because I don't get too much sun enough. Beaches are pretty good. I do get sunburnt kind of easy though. It's been a while since I've actually truly sunburnt, but my skin starts feeling like it's cooking a little bit. Can you build a country off of coffee cake? I don't know. I'm starting to get sleepy. I'm not going to bed, I refuse. But let's talk about something. I've been in my Death Note mood, and it's crazy. There's just not a lot of content, you know? Death Note was like a short story. It's the best kind. It's a short story, had a beginning, a middle, and a conclusion, and there's no reason for it to ever come back. But I sometimes get sad, like, man, I feel like I'll never get to experience something like it again, right? There's probably something else out there like it, but not quite like it. And I've been just skimming around, just watching scenes that I remember liking. I always love one of the best parts, I think, is Naomi Misora, I think her name is. She was the wife of the FBI agent that Light killed. And then she starts trying to track him down too. And it's a very short encounter where he's trying to basically just end her because she has information that nobody else has at the moment. And she gives him a fake name. And he's like, why isn't she dying? And then he realizes it's an alias and he keeps stalking her. It's kind of funny, like, she should have been sus of this guy following her for like a whole block. Like, wait, why is this guy still following me? She does ask that, but like every bullshit excuse he comes up with, she just kind of believes it. But Death Note isn't like that sophisticated. Death Note is a cool concept. You could say it could have been sophisticated, but it's ultimately junk food, right? But I really like it. I'm really happy that Mina ended up enjoying it too. Did I ever watch or read Pluto? No. The light novels are god-awful. Oh, the BB murder thing? I remember thinking it was fine. Like young adult novel kind of shit. Or it's not like the deepest or craziest thing in the world, but solid junk food. Going back to Grace's house. Be back at 7:30 next morning. Alright, son. The Death Note media franchise sucks. The prequels. Sequel movie. Offshoots. There's one thing I was watching. It was very weird. Oh, hi Beryl. Thank you for the raid. We're just rambling about bullshit. Talking about Death Note. Y'all remember Death Note, right? There's this weird thing. Thank you for the follow. There's this weird thing where it's called Renote or something, and they're episodes where they recap shit, but they change scenes. Like there's a bunch of people that get killed by Mello in the manga. And the Mafia. Thank you for the follow. But then for this Renote thing, it's Takada and Mikami? And it's all dramatic, and one of the guys who shoots himself in the head, the blood splatter gets all over Nier. And then Nier calls and he angrily says nothing. Like he calls like Light and angrily says nothing. That never fucking happened. Why did they do that? That was weird. You've already told me how much sex and alcohol that you've had. And I told you it wasn't enough. Death Note is becoming vintage shoot. Now it's already considered vintage. It's so over. When did it come out? God, it's been forever. The older we get, the more we realize that there's people out there who probably have never even heard of Death Note. Something crazy like that. Although, now we got the Death Note game that's a sus-like, so maybe more people will try it. Berserk for you, it said. Really? Berserk awareness seems higher than it's ever been, kind of, to me. Now it feels like kind of typical for somebody to like Berserk, you know what I mean? Saw a clip of my power level is over 1 million, and it had a scene of one guy getting punched from Death Note spliced in. Interesting. Oh, I see what you mean. Berserk is at the edge of being mainstream. I hate to break this to you, but Berserk is mainstream. Berserk is normie. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you had to find out this way. No, the only way that you can be not normie now is you have to like some anime called The Fallen Flower Graces Petals. Some kind of pretty anime that's like got artful, meaningful, beautiful themes. Berserk is 100% popular and mainstream. Robotech / Macross or Gasaraki I rarely hear get mentioned. Macross sounds familiar. Wait. Okay, I've seen this. Isn't there multiple of them? I saw like, there was like a movie and it had like giant women in it or something. And I recognized this like blue-haired girl. Isn't there like a later Macross that, yeah, that had, it was like a love triangle. Wait, aren't they always love triangles? The first one was love triangle. Hold on. I think it was Macross Plus. That has the song I like. Yeah, Macross Plus. Fantastic. It was like fantastic animation and art style. I don't like romance as much, but hold on. Always listen to this. I like an artsy animated film from 1987 that only 500 people have watched. Does it count? Yes. Sounded like Biden? Joe Biden? Joe Biden. What, because I'm sleepy? Sleepy. Sleepy Joe. Actually, I feel like, a lot of things that aren't known as much anymore is like a lot of the old OVAs. Like, there's OVAs that I feel more people know about, but then there's like a bunch of random ones that it's like, what the fuck is that? Like, I assume that not a lot of people have seen Lily Cat, but Lily Cat also sucks. Hello, Falco. Play EGAD's lab theme. That would actually be kind of fun to do. D. Greyman is memory hold by too many. One of my favorite mangas. I think I actually tried to read some of it a while back, but I didn't like fully invest into like really reading into it. Sometimes it's I don't break through the barrier. I'll read like a chapter 1 of something, but I don't immediately get hooked, and then I kind of delay giving it another chance. Not dropping it, but not like fully coming into actually giving something a real chance. Dad had you watch it when you were 7. I really was excited when I found out that Lily Cat was like, wait, this is like Alien plus The Thing? Whoa! And it's anime movie. Wow, this will be great. And I watched it and I'm like, oh, this is kind of mid. D. Greyman is still active. The author just has a lot of hiatuses. So kind of like Nana, Hunter x Hunter, Berserk, although there's a different kind of hiatus now. Well, not exactly. I guess it's still continuing. And Black Butler is on a super hiatus because they're actually wrapping it up. Some series feels like they just go on forever. Like, man, Black Butler's been going on like 20 years, it feels like, at this point. D. Greyman has a nice pop-up cafe going on right now in Japan. Japan has all the cool shit. So cool to me as a kid. It was around the same time my dad let me play my first M-rated game, The Thing for PS2. I played a little bit of the PS2 Thing game. And I remember, I used to be a little bit stingy on, like... It was hard to impress me, I guess. Like, I was very picky on, like, classic survival horror games. They had to be a very certain way for me to like them. I don't know. If they were leaning too action-y, I would have issues. I'm rambling. I'm really tired, by the way. The Thing game, now is a remaster, but I refuse to play the remaster until I actually play the original first because I've had it for years and never finished it. One of these days, I'll start over. First stream and then play it. Nana's situation is so sad. The author was really enthusiastic to write more, but health issues got in the way. Yeah. I mean, it's sad how health can fuck you over. Like, I'm sure it's common knowledge by now, but the Hunter x Hunter creator has very bad back problems, and he is not able to sit at a desk. Oh, thank you for the follow. He is not able to sit at a desk and draw properly. He has to lay on his back and draw. And that's how I have to draw too, for the most part. I can't be at a desk and draw, or I start feeling pain. And there's not really much you can do about it. Like, back problems are very complex. It's not just, oh, just fix your posture. There's a lot more to it. I believe that he can't even, like, sit down properly to go to the bathroom. Like he has to take a shower after he goes to the bathroom. All kinds of stuff because of how bad his back actually is. And the pressure that he probably feels. And also frustration, because I'm sure he wants to finish his own manga. But you get tired, you know? All kinds of things can kind of get in the way. I wonder if I can find where he talked about it. Togashi back pain.
Names of a friend.
Thank you for the follow. Here it is. Hold on. I can pull it up for you guys. It was something that he kind of recently revealed. It was like either a little bit before he came back from the hiatus. Yeah, I think it was a little bit before he came back. So he said, "Sure, you must be thinking, no, just continue the story." He said, "I have been unable to sit in a chair to draw for about 2 years, but I have managed to resume writing by giving up the traditional way of doing things. Everyone, please take care of your hips. Until 2 weeks ago, before I wrote this, I was unable to wipe my ass and had to take a shower every time I took a shit." I think the translation that I read wrote it a little bit more eloquently than that, but every movement takes 3 to 5 times longer than a learned person. The back is important, therefore I strongly recommend that you should drop something at the exhibition. You should pick it up in a sitting posture. This is how he draws. This is how I draw. This isn't the translation that I read initially, but yeah. It's like, I'm not that old, to be honest, and I already got back pains. So the idea of, like, imagine, like, my back pain, but if I was 60 years old, that's probably how he is right now. That sounds really bad to me. It's the posture you have when you're at your laptop. I hate, like, laying like that with a laptop. My back is a lot better than when I do my stretches. Honestly, that's what a lot of us need to do is stretches. If you do stretches, you'll feel a lot better. Back is basically crumbling due to hereditary bull, so movement can be quite painful. If you drop something, don't bend over to get it, just crouch. The good old chest top technique. What, where you put the laptop on you? Like on your chest? I do that sometimes, but then I get really warm and I get sleepy. If I'm watching it, like, cause like, I like to use laptops sometimes so I can rest my back, but if I'm in a bed and I'm warm, I clock out. Scary stuff here, and that really makes me motivated to take care of my body. You really should, because, you know, a lot of people think when you get old that you're supposed to have a hunchback. You're supposed to be in pain. That's just the way it is, and it's actually not the way it is. It's that way if you don't take care of yourself. For the record, there can be all kinds of things, though. There can be conditions that you're born with or injuries. There are things that can... They're like, everybody's different. There's all kinds of, like, factors in people's lives, but for the most part, generally, there are ways that you can alleviate pain or prevent it from happening. Some of us lose the genetic lottery, yeah. I feel like I'm doing relatively okay genetic lottery-wise. Could be a lot worse. Do you know any good in-bed drawn tablets? Honestly, I always use Galaxy ones. I use, like, Galaxy S8, Galaxy Tab S Plus 7, 8, one of those. iPad's probably good too, right? But if you use Galaxy, well, then it's Samsung. If you're used to Samsung, it's like kind of having a Samsung phone. I've never, like, used an iPad, but I've heard good things about them. Yeah, you could draw on them. They're really nice. They were a lifesaver for me, because I used a Syntec at first. I feel like the Syntec helps contribute to the pains. And then also, for anybody who does have any interest in getting, like, a portable tablet, there are, maybe you can research it, maybe you can find a nice little Reddit thread. There are very good protective covers that you can get that go over the screen so you don't scratch your screen. Because if you scratch your screen, it's permanent. If you put a cover over it, it's not permanent. There's two kinds, mainly. There are the very sleek and slippery kind to where it's too smooth. Probably like if you get like plexiglass type stuff. Or other materials, it'll just be kind of too smooth. And drawing on a surface that's too slippery, it won't feel comfortable. But there's kinds that are a little bit more... your pen will get caught on it more. There's like more resistance and it feels better to draw on. Those are like great. Those are like a lifesaver. We've been rambling about so much random bullshit. I thought about playing a game, but I'm like, I don't know if I have the energy. Because, like, I want to play, Cryptmaster. But I feel like I would rather play a game when I have the energy to truly enjoy it. You know what I mean? I'm scrolling back up a little bit. Always lose the lottery. Do not let me gamble. I don't like to gamble. I refuse to do it. Apple has a new screen coding option that has a grippier screen for drawing. That's kind of cool. So they're finally starting to consider that. I wonder if Samsung does that. I actually have it's funny, I have a drawing tablet and I've been using it for some time now. And I worried that if I started streaming art, that it would, I don't know, drain the life of my tablet faster and then one day explode. So I got a second, newer tablet that I still haven't opened to this day. And I haven't needed to. But if my current tablet ever explodes, well then I got one ready to go. I also feel like that will happen with my iPhone. I got a cheap old iPhone for VTubing specifically. And any day now I just expect it to explode. Because if it's on a lot, won't it die? Hello, Dip, how are you? I'm so sleepy. I'm gonna look at the internet. I hope you don't mind. I don't think I've had anything explode too, but I'm open-minded to it happening. What are you guys doing up still? I want to look at the anime figures. Hello, Mog. Mog is my European friend. That's why they're awake. As long as their batteries aren't swollen. Oh my god, the amount of times that I would like, alright, it's been about 5 years, time to play a Wii game. Then I go get my Wiimote, open the back, and I'm like, oh, looks like the battery's leaked again. The amount of times that happens. Probably should take the batteries out. You are, in fact, allowed to be awake. Alright, I'm looking at Ami to see the figures. Oh, shit. New Jabami figures out now. This figure I used to be excited for. Because I thought it was going to be more like the Mary one. But it's totally different. I'll show you a picture of it. I don't think I'm going to get it. I do like Jabami, but I already have a Jabami figure. So this is made by... It's like a part of a set, right? This is Union Creative. There's a Mary one that's way cooler, and I thought it was going to be like the exact same. I'll show you in a second. It has like a background prop thing. Where is it? And I don't think the site was showing me everything that I have. Hold on. It'd be faster if I organized this by character. Like, nothing's popping up. Hold on. Sorry. Mary, where are you? Mary. Oh, there she is. This is so much better. It has, like, a stand, so it sits up like this. But this is the Mary one. And it's not, like, the biggest figure. It's, like, kind of intermediate. But it's super nice quality, and it was really affordable for like a figure like this. The only downside is that anytime you have a figure that has this fucking like velvet material, dust clings to it so bad. It's hard to clean it. Well, it's hard to clean it because I haven't Googled how to do it. But I thought they were going to do the Jabami one like this. Hi, Smirk. How are you? But they didn't do it like this. So I probably won't get the Jabami one. Wasn't a fan of the series, but the character designs were great. I loved Kakagurui. It's kind of like Yu-Gi-Oh, but like manic ladies. I did it the fucked up way once. I had a figure that had this velvet kind of material, and I used tape. And I'm like, well, look, it's taken off the dust. I'm like, oh, it's taken off the velvet too. That's, uh-oh. I would like a Marin Kitagawa figure. Is that the cosplay girl? The cosplay waifu? I love her, but the series needs to end. What, Kakaguri's manga? I knew that it still was going like there's 2 seasons of Kakaguri. I know that the manga was still going on after that, but the last I looked, it seems like it was either on a hiatus or the translators, like fan translators, were not keeping up with it. Because sometimes you'll be like, man, there hasn't been a new chapter in a while, and then you find out that there's like 80 raw chapters out that haven't been translated. Kakaguri is Yu-Gi-Oh! For Menhera girls. Exactly. You're just more into the gambling bit like Kaiji. Yeah, I can understand maybe not enjoying Kakaguri's gambling because literally nothing ever really happens. Like, they'll do stuff like, and then the loser will die, and then they don't die. It's the blonde girl that cosplays. I like her character design, the Marin. It had a hiatus and then it spent 3 years of doing her backstory. Who, Jabami? Have they been, like, finally developing that? I might have to get back to it. That's the one good thing about kind of losing touch with something for a long time, is then you go back to it and then you have a lot of content to consume in a burst. I really hate waiting weekly or monthly. Really want to try Cryptmaster. Might have to get my bros that I did commanderless XCOM run with. I need to play XCOM. Cryptmaster is really good. I would recommend it. I like that it's like, it really isn't just a type-in game. It is like a flat-out RPG. It's really cool. No, well, don't spoil it for me. Last anime figure I got was Becca from Cyberpunk. Oh, the pigtailed girl, right? I think that was her name. Oh, what the hell? She has dick tattooed on her leg? That's an interesting choice. Does she know what it means? Whoa. Oh. I see. Every time I check Ami, there's nothing overly interesting that appeals to me, which is good for me because I don't want to buy anime figures. But the quality of figures has gotten so amazing. Serene Hounds Regular Catherine Deluxe Edition. I like this design. Who is this? It's a gun girl. Oh, it's got like real clothing. I always got mixed feelings about like anime figures that have realistic clothing, like with materials. Berserk gut statue. Did you get one of like the big crazy fancy ones? They only recently started doing like slightly more affordable Berserk media, or like physical media, I think. There was a time to where the only time you could get Berserk stuff was like, it had to be like a crazy expensive statue. More recommends on manga? No, I would not recommend much because I haven't been able to get around to reading much lately. Wasn't that expensive? Okay, that's good. Release a Nurse Morgan and Lilith duo figure. So you need it as a duo? Because I was about to say, there is a Nurse Morgan statue. I'm surprised that they never re-released it. At least I don't think that they did. think there was a time that I really wanted to get this judo, like, garage kit. It wasn't... I don't think it's painted, though. This site must spell his name a certain way, because it's not popping up for me. I remember I really wanted to get this Slan statue. I was stupid for 1 second just now. I'm like, alright, let me pull up the Slan statue. Like, oh, wait a second. No, I can't. Oh, fuck! There's another Slan statue. When did this come out? Oh, this is coming out 2025. This year, or this month. Yeah, I haven't seen this one. We studied her face. Yeah, this is good detailing. It's, Prime 1 Studio. It's a Prime 1 Studio Throne Legacy Slan bonus version. I don't know what the bonus version means. Maybe it comes with like an extra prop. There was another Slan figure that they did like a few years ago. This looks even better. However, the other one is like... Actually, the other one's good too. It kind of feels like the newest one is a bit more improved when it comes to the detailing and paint job. Oh. It looks like it's better in the promo pictures, but if you have it in person, it's not that great. I mean, it's good, but it's not as good as the promo pics make it look. But that's why whenever like you want to get a figure or a statue, you go on My Figure Collection, and then you want to look at the user pics, and then you're able to see what it's actually going to look like in a normal bedroom in person, taken with a normal camera, and isn't like a special like marketing kind of thing, you know. They sculpted her breasts very good. Wow. But yeah, the other statue that they did for her, she's in her, like, it's a pose that she actually did in the manga and anime. Where it's that really nice full body shot, and then her wings are kind of like censoring her vag a little bit. There was a bad snake statue. What was wrong with it? I almost got this really cool Psycho Mantis statue. I had a moment of weakness, pre-ordered it. I had to do a down payment of like 50 or something. And then I came to my senses, canceled it, and I did lose the 50 bucks. But I'm like, no, I can't. I don't want to buy this. Here's the Psycho Mantis I almost got. But it's really cool. But I don't know how the fuck it's balanced. Because let me see if I can find a side view. Yeah, this doesn't look like a good idea to me. And you're probably thinking like, what? If somebody's selling an anime figure or a video game statue or something like that, of course they're gonna test it. No. Literally, lean-in is a problem in lots of figures or other like issues. This, I would totally be worried about lean-in. It's like, it's balanced, though. It is balanced, but... I don't know. Exactly, like... Things will be fine, but give it time, and then you'll start dealing with, like, lean-in. Like, one issue I have is, with my Pennywise Bishojo. I don't give a fuck about Pennywise, but it was a female clown figure. I had to have it. It had to be mine. Let me see if I can find her. And they're doing a re-release of her if you're interested. Let me see if I can find... the photo that shows the lean-in. I could take another photo of it. Because, like, it's, like, right behind me. Oh, and I also... It got knocked over and her hands broke off, so we had to super glue it. Why do I look like I simp for Metal Gear Psycho Mantis boss? I do. I'm actually, like, super into Psycho Mantis. You like Psycho Mantis too? Let's go. Psycho Mantis is so sick. I am admittedly, like, into, like, the BDSM kind of stuff. I like BDSM, Gas Mask, he kind of does it all. I also like bald guys. I wasn't able to find it, unfortunately, the photo that I wanted to talk about. I actually am unironically super into Agent 47. I find his voice to be very attractive. Wait, did I find it? I didn't find it, and I don't care anymore. Oh yeah, I love, like, plague masks. I think they're really cool. Agent 47 is too intimidating. That's what makes him delightful. He's also really corny, like, whenever he, like, has conversations with people, even people, like that are his target, he'll just do awkward, like, little puns. Or not, I wouldn't say puns, he says double meaning shit or something like that. He is. Psycho Mantis is like the Freddy Krueger of video games. I wouldn't say that. I mean, he does got, like... he's disfigured, I suppose. Still need to play the games. The Metal Gear games? I still need to play them all. I've only played Metal Gear Solid 1, and then 5. And, like, a tiny bit of 3 on the 3DS. And it hurt my hands. 3DS is not comfortable. 5 is actually a good game from a mechanical standpoint, but it was very dull in, it's kind of like, it doesn't quite have the charm that the other games of the series has. It was interesting. It's like, okay, let's have less cutscenes, and the cutscenes that we have, you know, we'll have the characters all be kind of sterile. Like Ocelot and stuff. Ceranox, isn't that poisonous? Should I be concerned? 47, I'm not. Oh, Hitman! Oh my god, you're in for a treat if you get into the Hitman series. I do not want to sit in front of a 2-hour cutscene. I can do it for, like, some series. Typically, I don't like cinematic games, but I feel like Metal Gear Solid series is, like, the exception for me. I also prefer, like, 100%, I prefer cutscenes over in-game cutscenes. If you watch a cutscene, it is a thought-out, like, movie, practically, where the camera will move a certain way, there will be certain shots done a certain way, there can be artistry to it. And then the other is, you're just walking around in circles while NPCs are standing around talking, or they're walking somewhere. I find that to be extremely boring, because it's not even fun to look at. Like, alright, I guess I'm in the video game, I guess I have control, but I literally can't go anywhere or do anything, and I can't skip this. But cutscenes? Way better. Like real cutscenes. And you can usually skip those if you don't want to sit through them. Beat Metal Gear Solid 3 DS on every difficulty. So how did you find it as a port? From a pure gameplay point of view, 5 is great, but as a sequel, it's beyond bad. Like, yeah, like, I was surprised at how dull the story was. Even though I'm not, like, an expert on Metal Gear lore or anything, I felt like 5 just felt like a dud in the presentation department. It had style, though. It did have really good style for what it was. It just... something didn't quite hit right, but I mainly played it because I found the gameplay loop to be very entertaining. Granted, the maps were overly big, and so it was a lot of running around to get to a little micro base that's optional, and then more running around to do this and do that. But when you were actually like dealing with enemies and stuff, it was very fun. Metal Gear 2 or Metal Gear Solid 2? Metal Gear 2 is actually impressive due to how many effects is in it. You ought to check out a video explaining how it pushed the... oh, okay, PS2, okay. Like how melt and ice cubes are individual breaking glass bits from shots. I would have to play the game before I would want to watch a video on it that would kind of spoil it. That's one thing that's sad. Is all I know about 2, though, is that it predicted the future. In-game storytelling can be more immersive, but it's often done lazily. I like lore. Like, I like lore files. Like, whether it's audio tapes or picking up files and reading it, or environmental storytelling. I like all that stuff more, but I don't like in-game cutscenes. I find it to be very boring to sit through. And that includes Half-Life 2. Like... whenever, like, I don't replay Half-Life 2, probably for a reason much, but when I'm playing Half-Life 2, I'm just kind of sitting around while 2 characters are talking to each other, and occasionally they bark at me, and I'm like, alright, I don't like it. Yeah, I played Signalis. I played Signalis off-stream. It was a very good experience. One of the best in terms of, like, indie survival horror games. If you like Signalis, did you ever play Conscript? I would say Conscript is, like, close to being on its level. Bioshock's audiobooks are good. I remember really liking System Shock 2's audio logs. Yeah, 100% I would recommend Conscript. I have bugs that I deal with in that game, though, but aside that, from a presentation and, like, atmosphere standpoint and gameplay aspect, very good. It's inspired by, like, all the Resident Evil games. Literally all of them. Like, you'll play through the game and you'll be like, oh, that's Resident Evil 2. Oh, that's Resident Evil 3. Oh, that's Resident Evil 4. That's Resident Evil 1 Remake. So on and so on. Yes, it's World War I setting. And it's primarily in trenches. It's really nice. And it's isometric. Still gotta play Signalis. It apparently has an East German aesthetic to it. I believe it does. It's good. Played Metal Gear Solid 1 to 3 on every difficulty. Loved and hated it. I don't know if I would want to play those games on harder difficulty. I'm not really good at, like, stealth. Only seen one person play it. What, Conscript? I don't think it caught on, really, or got too popular, which is a shame because it's better than a Crow Country. Crow Country, it makes sense why it got big, though, I guess. It's cute, it's short, it's, yeah, whatever. Conscript is cooler, though. And I feel like it's a more ambitious game. Crow Country felt like a quaint little, like, it's not like a itch.io, like, little demo or anything. It is a game. Oh yeah, I have Alyssa. I just haven't ever booted it up. I think I played a tiny bit of the demo, and then I'm like, I'm gonna wait till it comes out, and then I got a physical version of it. But I just haven't made time to play it. I really like it because it seems like it's trying to be inspired by specifically Resident Evil 1. Resident Evil 1 has a very overly bright look to it. It's very... It's kind of like old point and click games. Similar to kind of like how Phantasmagoria is the first one. I think Resident Evil came out before Phantasmagoria, though. I think. Don't quote me, though. Carrion? That's not the Dreamcast one, is it? Oh. Oh, this game. Oh, isn't this like it's like a platformer thing, and you're controlling a eldritch-looking thing. Walking cutscenes are annoying because you want to just chill for the lore, but the game is forcing you to make inputs. Yeah. Played Crow Country just this week. It's pretty nice. I just wish the puzzles were more detailed. They were kind of easy, but I thought it was, like, cute. Controls made me bang my head on the wall, but it's like you were playing an old Resident Evil. I like old Resident Evil controls. Not sure if you like what? Crow Country? I found it to be fine, and that's kind of just... No, it's good even. But I wouldn't say I'm attached to it. How come I'm live at these times? My sleep schedule got kind of fucked up. I took a nap sort of early in the night, and then I woke up. Usually I stream at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. I can translate that for y'all. 6 p.m. EST to PST. So that would be 3 p.m. Pacific Time. You could just go back to the car and get a refill on infinite ammo. Yeah. I feel like a lot of games get worried about having limited resources because they worry about players who would suck and not know how to use their resources or would get soft locked because of it. So they do a little failsafe of, well, just have this spot infinitely give you ammo. Cold Fear did that too. And that's why, one of the reasons why I think Cold Fear leans a little bit towards action horror than like true classic survival horror. Which that used to piss me off a ton. Like if survival horror quote did things like that. I still feel like Crow Country at least does enough to be survival horror. To still be survival horror, but it is what it is. You don't necessarily have to do inventory management, although it's my preference when it does, because Silent Hill doesn't have any inventory management, which is part of why Silent Hill kind of bores me. I like Resident Evil because it has limited inventory and you have to like manage your resources. I guess you have to manage your resources in Silent Hill, but you don't have to manage your inventory as well.
Names of a friend.
Thank you for the follow. I learned that RE5 on PC allowed you to turn off QTEs. I started to dislike QTEs because they ruined cutscenes for me, even though I used to love them in Shenmue back then. So I think it was a recent thing that they did. Resident Evil 5 on PC did not used to let you turn off QTEs. At some point, they added it, and it's a default. I never went into the settings and turned off QTEs on RE5 on PC. They turned it off on their own. At some point. It feels a little bit weird to play it without them though, because I'm kind of used to it. Yeah, it turns them off for, They can't turn off QTEs for combat, though, because that breaks the entire game. The entire game is built around the contextual melee. Remember pissing off a friend because I was really greedy in RE2 Remake and had, like, 20 tapes at the last area. I just never saved. That's cool, though. You make the game more challenging that way. Resident Evil is also a little more fast-paced than Silent Hill. Probably, I guess. I never really thought about the pacing, like, to compare them. I guess so? Yeah, yeah. It's a chill 3 p.m. stream for me. So it's 3 where you are? I love the melee combat in RE5, and I'll play it over and over again with my friends. Yeah, or with many friends. Yeah, I feel that way about RE5. Even though it sucks atmosphere-wise, I find that it feels really good to play as an action game. The real reason is she wants to ruin everyone's watch streak. I was at 10 plus. Yeah, actually, I ruined a lot of people's watch streaks earlier today, at 6 p.m. Well, not today. It would have been yesterday. I was gonna stream, but something suddenly came up and I wasn't able to stream anymore. So it was literally a 15-minute stream, and then I kind of ended. Resource management kind of sucks in a way that you have no way to predict what the game is going to throw at you, so I end up hoarding. I think that's fun though. It's especially extra fun on replaying because you try and like get better and better about hoarding. But yeah, when you play a survival horror that has inventory management and limited inventory management. I'll just say inventory management. Yeah, you do have to worry about hoarding, and you also have to think about, like, okay, this game requires me to pick up key items that take up inventory slots. Well, maybe I shouldn't carry 8 guns. And then you have to think, okay, I'll only carry 2 guns, but what gun should it be? There's kind of like an element of excitement to it, I feel. So, yeah. If you carry 8 guns, though, you'll always be prepared for combat, I suppose. But you'll make the run a little bit tedious in other ways. I don't know. I just really like it. I find it to be fun. It's one of the reasons why in Conscript, I don't think I upgraded the inventory space. You're able to. You can use the currency in the game, which is kind of hard to come by. To upgrade your inventory space, but I felt the inventory space size that it comes with by default is perfect. Hi, Hunter. The only thing I didn't like about RE5 is how much it became mostly a cover shooter from Chapter 5 onwards. Yeah! Good point. Once it introduces guns, then you have to, like, hide behind shit a lot. I'm pretty good. I'm just kind of chilling. How are you, Hunter? Hi, love. Love when it's balanced so the entire game can be beaten with the starting pistol. Yeah. I still can't believe some people can beat Resident Evil with just a knife. Like, against zombies, like hiding against zombies, totally can see it. But, you know, people like use knives on bosses, crazy. The craziest thing is seeing people play Resident Evil 1 Remake with just the knife and invisible enemy mode on, and invisible enemies literally go for the bosses too, so people will be fighting Plant 42 with the knife and it's invisible too. You could still see like particle effects though, like acid dripping and stuff, so you could kind of see. Feel like most survival horror games have this trend that they become more like shooters towards the ends. I can kind of see that, because once you build up your like arsenal, you're just strong. Finished Chris yesterday. What game are you playing? The RE1 remake? Well, Parasite Eve 2 did it. I think it did it in a way where you want to get better ammo/weapon to not stick with the regular ammo. I never played Parasite Eve 2. I heard that it's a little bit more like Resident Evil in ways, but that the game kind of dips. It starts off really cool, like setting-wise, and then it gets kind of like, eh. Just beat RE1 with just a knife for the platinum trophy. That's sick. I feel like I'm pretty good at Resident Evil games, but I never go for like knife-only runs. I mean, I made one attempt, but I just didn't commit to it. I wouldn't mind trying real survival mode though one day. My routing isn't like the greatest in those games because I have memory and navigation issues. But real survival mode in RE1 Remake is where all the inventory boxes are not interconnected. They're all like self-contained. So if you put a key item in inventory box A, it's only in inventory box A. So you have to get really good with your routing. Pretty much content with just normal runs, even in Dino Crisis. I've only completed Dino Crisis one time. Really great experience. Ended up being a lot easier than I expected it to be. Not that it was an easy game, but in terms of like item management or resource management, it was not as stingy as I expected. They very rarely are. Silent Hill 3 was, though. Silent Hill 3, was surprising how stingy it was about resource management. I liked it for that reason, though. Wish you could recommend Dino Crisis more. What do you mean? Speaking of, Dino Crisis is available on GOG now. Dino Crisis 1 and 2. I remember some of the puzzles being hard. And there's like a puzzle or two that has really obnoxious like action music. Some of the action stoner music in Dino Crisis is not good. Knife only in Fallout 4 and Cyberpunk 2077. There's a knife only achievement for the village section on retro achievements for RE4, and 10% of the players got it. I can't even imagine being able to do it. Well, couldn't you, like, just kite around? One thing that you could do with the knife in Resident Evil 4 is, I mean, it's risky, but, like, when the Ganados aren't too aggressive, which they probably shouldn't be, like, at the village part, if you knife somebody's face, they go into a stagger state, and then you get a free, like, kick on them, which will stagger a whole horde that's near you. So if you just do that, and you don't go into the room that, where you get the shotgun, if you don't go into that building, you won't activate Dr. Salvador. And so you would just be dealing with the, Ganados, unless that achievement specifically requires you to summon Salvador. But I can see how you could do that part with knife only. Dino Crisis 2 is fun if you think of it as action slop. It's definitely not quite like how Dino Crisis 1 was. I prefer Dino Crisis 1 because Dino Crisis 1 is survival horror. Straight up. It just got a little bit confusing towards the ends, like the names of the key items. Like, this is card A20. Alright, this is card B20. And you need 2 cards to do this. I remember just getting kind of confusing. But it was very good survival horror. Straight up. And then 2 was more action-y. It kind of reminded me of Mercenaries a little bit. I saw someone say, if Resident Evil 4 hadn't become Devil May Cry, it would be this for Dino Crisis 2. Well, Dino Crisis started like these cutscene QTE kind of things before RE4 did. Even the first Dino Crisis did that. Anybody already got the GOG version of Dino Crisis 1 and 2? I went ahead and bought both of them to support it. I would like them to be put on Steam, but GOG is still pretty good still. One of these days I'm going to stream it, and then I'll wear my my dinosaur costume. Speaking of, I can switch. Just for a change of scenery. I'm getting more progressively tired as we go on, but I don't want to sleep. This will be a surprise for anybody who's actually new. This is my Pumpkin Nessa form. The other form was my human form. This is my dinosaur costume. I'm so excited to play Dino Crisis because then I'll wear this costume exclusively for it. Is there crocodile games? Oh, right. There is one. I played one. It's called Little Gator Game. Crocodile Simulator, please. There's no Crocodile Simulator? Now that's what's wrong with this country. There's no Crocodile Simulator on Steam. Oh, you like it? Thank you. Mog was one of the first people that ever got to see this costume. It's the perks of being themes like he is, so I get to show him bonus stuff because it would be relevant to his interests. I'm looking at the internet now as we speak. I wonder if I should play a game. Something that can help me stay awake. Because I can only entertain myself with my thoughts for so long. It's not on Steam. I would just want to play Crocodile Simulator. It can't be like a game where, well, you could be a crocodile in this game if you want. It has to be a crocodile. No. I do not want to sleep. I will play a video game. I just gotta pick what I'll play. What do I want to play? It can't be too much thinking. Jurassic Park Survival, is that game where it's like looking like a horror game? And I think people are confused if it's even coming out still or something like that. I haven't really looked too deeply into it. I didn't assume it would be good. No news on it. Okay, so it's that game. Yeah, I don't know if I would get that. I'm gonna play Bayonetta. Because I don't need a brain to play that game. I just need hands. It's being made by both Universal and the devs working on the Turok Origins. Yes, Turok Origins. Is that the new one? I have no idea how that's gonna be. I've only played a majority of the first Turok game. The Jurassic Park game where you look at your tits and then you have a tattoo that shows your health. I'm somewhat interested. Bayonetta. We're gonna play Bayonetta. I think this is literally a boss, like, just right away. Alright, I've been playing Devil May Cry and Devil May Cry 3 primarily. So hopping to Bayonetta is going to be a little bit confusing, but like I said, you don't need a brain. Like, I'm shooting him. I'm gonna take the opportunity to shoot him. I'd totally recommend Bayonetta. You must play it. Wait. Wait. Game? Hello? What? I dodged that. Oh no, I turned into a panther. Oh, you can't see the game, can you? Let me fix it. What was the last Steam game that I played? Oh, it was Butcher's Creek. I apologize. Can you see it now? Speaking of Ultra HD, sometimes it's hard to believe that I used to not even be able to stream in HD. Why is the music? What? Is the music okay? I dodged that. What the fuck? After this boss, I might call it, or after this mission, I don't know how long it goes. I might call it because I think I am getting a little bit too tired. Not too tired to like stay awake, but maybe too tired to like be around people. Oh, I thought it was gonna do the QTE, so I didn't hit the witch, or I didn't dodge it. See, now it did it. I'm just stupid, I guess.
Names of a friend.
Thanks for the follow. I don't want you around. That's not true. Oh, I don't want to be around you. Ah, yes, that is true. I'm sorry. I'm also sleepy. I think I want to drink another coffee. Wait. I don't get rid of the ghost if it's like a game that I replay often. Like if I was playing Devil May Cry 3, it's like, oh, it's my first stream of Devil May Cry 3, so I gotta present it properly. Have a good night, comma. Where's the other one? Bro, where the fuck am I? Where is it? Here we go. I dodged it, but I didn't have a free window to like... Yeah, there we go. Reminds me of that one spin-off Spyro game that was a console launch game. What would that have been? Like this game? That was barely anything. Let's do like another thing after this. That includes a level. And then I'll call it. Hi, Nana. Do you like Bayonetta? Angel attack. There's a giant-ass lava monster that you gotta enter and destroy. Where's the, oh, there it is. It was a spectacle fighter instead of being a collection and had co-op. Co-op? A co-op Spyro? Haven't gotten around to playing it. I hope you can get to it. Because it's really good. It's really solid. Oh, the car level. Okay. I don't think Bayonetta 3 is good. It's not like an actual bad game, but in terms of like how does it compare to Bayonetta 1 and 2, I found it to be miserable personally. I actually wanted to do it to the shield guy. Wait, I can... Yeah, get here. Oh, ah! It's like, I don't, like, I like the part after this, kinda, ugh! Alright. Can't panther. No! Oh, wait! I wouldn't, it's not that it doesn't have the same charm, it's that I don't think it's a great Bayonetta game. I find it to be very mediocre and does a lot of things that aren't fun. We're gonna save our torture attacks for these wives. What about the Bayonetta Origins games that came out? I never got around to playing it. I'm open-minded to it, but it's not like a normal Bayonetta game. Oh, I already lost my witch time. Are you coming to me or what? Oh, but she's doing attack. I'm not going into traffic. Fuck. Come to me. There we go. That's a good girl. It's top-down adventure? I think so. Oh wait, cutscene. Sometimes I die to this. Like, now. It's like, am I supposed to hit it immediately, or am I supposed to wait for a thing? You are supposed to just hit it immediately. Oh, never mind. Alright. It's the motorcycle level. Alright, guys. Honestly, it's been a real treat. Chilling and hanging out with everybody and having like a heckin' good time. Oops, I closed VTube Studio. I was trying to close something else. Oh, I was trying to close Bayonetta. I closed VTube Studio. I decided to disappear. Hold on, I'll come back. Where's my Animal Crossing music? I'm gonna go to my bedroom. What the fuck is that? What am I? Oh, it's the meme thing. Stop. Ugh. Okay, I'm coming back. Sleepy. Oh, whoa, no. Oh. Oh! Oh, it's okay. Wait, what about? Never mind. Wait, what about? Tired? No. Sleepy. Thank you for coming. It's been a real treat. I'll see you later. See you next Monday, maybe. At 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Is in my Discord. It's small. This is the other Discord. It's big. This is my Twitter. It's small. This is my card. It's big. And thank you. Who's around? We're gonna go to the Europeans. I see. We're gonna raid somebody that I'd like to raid a lot. How long have they been on? Okay. I'm not going to bed. Those Discords that I posted, I'm gonna be in them. I'm gonna be in them, and I'm not gonna sleep. Have a good night.